up for some cheesecake on the lanai? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 moments from the Golden Girls.
Picture it, Sicily, 1922.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most memorable moments from the TV series, whether they were funny, moving, or just honest. With so much great material to choose from, it was almost impossible to decide which would make the cut.
I'm looking forward to it. I trust that all of you will be reading for the part of my leading lady.
Number 10, Triple Threat.
You think you can just roll into this town and have your way with every woman you want?
There was someone else besides me.
Oh, yes, that was me and that was Rose.
And me!
You slept with the sheriff?
The drama of theater. When a famous actor comes to town for a local production, Blanche, Rose, and Dorothy all try out to be his leading lady. This playboy really takes the audition process literally, as he secretly woos the three of them at the same time.
Rose, there's been something I've wanted to ask you all day.
Mine are real.
After figuring it out during the performance, they show the audience some serious girl power by giving him a good tongue lashing.
What harm did you do? You lied to everybody. You, sir, are nothing but a low-down, carpet-bagging scallywag. And as God is my witness, I will never shampoo your hair again.
And later, we get this dialogue that deftly mixes comedy and pathos, one of the things the series did best.
He made me feel beautiful.
It made me feel young.
He made me feel smart.
God, what an actor.
This wouldn't even be the last time they competed for the same man, as later in the series, they each hoped to become a sculptor's muse. Clearly, they share a weakness for creative types. Number 9, Grab That Dough.
Oh, shut up, Nyland. You shut up.
Why don't you both shut up and answer this next question?
The ladies are delighted when they get tickets to be contestants on a game show, until every part of their last-minute trip to Hollywood goes wrong.
Somebody snuck in here while we were asleep and grabbed our dough.
To make matters worse, Dorothy is no longer her mother Sophia's pussycat when she and Blanche decide to team up with the other contestants instead of with Sophia and Rose. Big mistake. Rose might not always be the sharpest tool in the shed, but don't underestimate her knowledge of trivia.
Is the correct answer George Schultz?
That's correct.
Or Blanche's libido.
Complete this famous saying, better late than...
Blanche!
Pregnant.
It's funny stuff. And this entire episode is a goldmine of it. In a later season, Dorothy dreams about another game show. But we thought that the real-life competition between the housemates was a tad more exciting.
A car, we want a car.
No, a lifetime supply of soup. Yes, it's soup, and more soup, every kind you can imagine, and it's yours for the rest of your lifetime.
Number 8, Lesbian Lovers.
Rose and Island, every man I know is watching this show. This live show about lesbian lovers of Miami.
Rose is all excited when she lands a job as an associate producer on a local talk show. And her first assignment seems tailor-made for her roommates, women who live together. Blanche and Dorothy agree to be interviewed, not realizing that the live broadcast is actually about lesbian couples.
We'll find out when we talk to 4 lesbians today on Wake Up Miami.
Seeing the looks on their faces when they finally catch on is priceless enough. But Dorothy's response to Sophia's attempt to taunt her is downright hysterical.
What kind of pain and embarrassment has this lifestyle caused your mother?
I really don't know, but I'll ask her tomorrow when I visit her at the home.
If looks could kill, the woman on the receiving end of that glare would be in serious trouble. A few short episodes later, Rose is making mistakes again, getting Dorothy arrested after accidentally outing her as a slumlord. Oh, Rose, will you ever learn?
I love you.
Someday, sweetheart, I'm going to get out of this hellhole, and I'm going to come looking for you.
Number 7, Rose's heart attack.
Dorothy?
After Rose misses her high school reunion, Blanche suggests that they all crash another one. It's amusing when Rose picks an unlikely alias from the no-show table, but it's no laughing matter when she has a heart attack a few minutes later.
Dorothy, she's not kidding.
Oh my God, somebody get help!
The others are terrified, and when they're told by hospital staff and by Rose's daughter Kirsten that they aren't allowed to see her before her surgery because they're not relatives, their anguish and frustration are palpable. After everything that we've seen these friends experience together, it's absolutely painful to hear someone say they're not family. It's not an easy moment to watch, but it certainly reinforces that special bond between the central characters.
Where are the girls?
Oh, they're too young to come to the hospital.
Not your girls. My girls. My girls aren't too young for anything.
Number 6. Test anxiety.
Might as well get used to being by myself.
What does that mean?
Well, come on. If that test turns out to be positive, you're not going to want to be around me. You or Miles or anybody.
Unfortunately for Rose, her heart attack wasn't the only time her health was at risk. Several seasons earlier, she was tested for HIV after receiving an infected blood transfusion. During an agonizing 3-day wait for her results, Rose was beyond stressed, and Sophia succumbed to an irrational fear of sharing household objects with her, even going so far as to label her coffee mug. Seeing a different side of Rose's normally bubbly character was already enough to get our attention. But hearing Blanche tell her that AIDS doesn't discriminate is really what guaranteed this intense moment a spot on our list.
AIDS is not a bad person's disease, Rose. It is not God punishing people for their sins.
You're right, Blanche.
Well, you damn straight I'm right.
Despite being a sitcom, this show wasn't afraid to tackle serious topics and social issues, and for that, we've got to give them credit.
Here's to Rose. Whatever happens, whatever those tests show, we're here for her.
Dorothy, give me that.
Number 5. Miami, You've Got Style.
Miami, Miami, you've got style.
In this musical moment, Dorothy and Rose pen a number for a songwriting competition. After coming in second, they arrive home looking a bit glum, unwilling to relive the disappointment by performing it for the others. But with a little pleading from Blanche, they're all too eager to sing their tune.
Hit it, Rose.
Sophia sways adorably along to the music, then joins in with Blanche, getting everybody in on the action. There's just something classic and sweet about a group of people gathered around a piano, and it's fun to see all 4 women interacting like this.
Miami, Miami, you've got style. Blue sky, sunshine, white sand by the mile.
Later in the same season, 3 of the gals come back for an encore of sorts, but we decided to go with the full quartet.
Miami, you've got style.
Number 4. Danceoff.
I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
When Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose all compete for the $1,000 prize in a charity dance marathon, things get a little heated. After dancing for a whopping 6 hours, they're tired and at each other's throats, leading to this competition that culminates in Rose's surprising acrobatics. There's nothing like the thrill of a good dance-off. Okay, so the stunt double is pretty obvious, but that almost adds to the scene's charm. The cherry on this Sunday is when Dorothy and Rose lose their dates and partner up with each other for a stone-faced tango. Better friends than frenemies, right? Number 3. Condoms, condoms, condoms.
Joe, I need a price check on some condoms.
This gem occurs during a flashback episode, when the ladies reminisce about their most unforgettable Valentine's Day. As they prepare to embark on a cruise with their beaux, Blanche realizes that they should bring protection.
In this day and age, it might be a good idea to take along some protection.
What kind of protection?
2 armed Pinkerton guards.
Although Dorothy catches on immediately, Rose is a little slow on the uptake, causing Dorothy to forget her inside voice.
To the right.
Didn't got you, Grip.
Condoms, Rose. Condoms, condoms, condoms.
Not only is this scene hilarious, it's also a perfect microcosm of the girls' personalities and the dynamics between them. Dorothy's sarcasm, Rose's naivete, and Blanche's unflinching confidence in her sexuality, which she puts to excellent use with her rousing speech.
We are not embarrassed, we're not uncomfortable, we are not humiliated. We're going to walk out of here today with our heads held high, secure in the knowledge that what we have done is morally and socially responsible.
Plus, it reminds us that while awkward experiences are unavoidable, they're not so bad if you can laugh about them later with your friends.
We never even had to use those condoms.
You didn't. I used every one of mine. Late at night, I filled them with water and threw them at the people in the limbo line.
Number 2, let's be besties.
I just never had two better friends. I just can't stand the thought of leaving you.
In the pilot episode, Blanche gets engaged, leaving Rose wondering how that will affect their living situation. She also worries about how it will affect their friendship, leading to this poignant speech about loneliness.
We get married, we have kids, the kids leave and our husbands die. Is that some kind of a test? You don't work that hard. You don't go through everything you go through to be left alone.
When her fiancé turns out to be a bigamist with 6 wives, a distressed Blanche doesn't leave her room for weeks. But once she realizes that the other girls have truly become her family, it renews her lease on life.
And then I realized I was feeling good because of you. You made the difference.
It's a heartfelt moment. And it gives us the iconic opening credits image of them all nestled close together on the lanai. It also sets up the core relationship of the show and demonstrates the power of sisterhood.
That we're together.
And that no matter what happens, even if we all get married, we'll stick together.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo.
Dorothy, you're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, and there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
When Miss McGlynn saw Blanche give Kendall Nesbitt her key, she was furious. She dropped a steak knife into her purse.
Big deal, I took a whole playset.
Not now, Ma!
Number 1, The Sky is Falling.
But we have a hunch, and it's appalling that, like it or not, the sky is falling.
Help! It's a hen. It's a goose. It's the Golden Girls dressed as farm animals. In a brave display of teacherly dedication, Dorothy acts like a giant turkey for the school play when her students fall ill. Blanche and Rose fill out the cast as Goosey Lucy and Henny Penny. Although this isn't the first time they've worn costumes, these fair fowls are definitely our faves.
Terrible news, the sky is falling.
What?
A piece of it hit me in the head.
Are you sure?
Doesn't she act as if something hit her in the head?
Combining singing, dancing, and Dorothy's low, deadpan voice was a stroke of comedic genius. And we can't help but laugh out loud. An added bonus, check out the legs on these ladies. Just because you're a grandma doesn't mean you can't have great gams.
We must fly and try to warn the king.
Do you agree with our list? What's your favorite moment from the Golden Girls?
I want you to know, Dr. Zhivago is my favorite movie of all time.
For more fabulous top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
Well, I'm off to the Rusty Anchor. Spring break comes but once a year.